Hi everyone and welcome here. This is my first review in English. I'm sorry for my language. I will try to do my best to be understood by as much people as possible. But please bear the fact I'm French and you will have to deal with it. So this is a product I was really looking for. It's the Briteq Pro Beamer RGBW. This is the indoor version. I will come a bit later on the difference between the indoor and the outdoor version. This is a product that comes a bit after the Briteq Stage Beamer and the Showtech Spectrum that I really liked and used a lot and always pleased me. It was a bit less powerful. I didn't have the white LED, but that's it. So as we can see, we have 7 really large LED in front. The color mixing is behind the lens, so you don't see any difference. We call it pizza effect, but you don't have anything like that on this one. The mix is behind, and you have a 4 chip LED, so with white, red, blue and green inside. It's 12 watt per LED and 7 of them, so it's quite powerful, but not as powerful as some other product could be. But we'll see a bit later, because the power of LED today doesn't mean so much. You really need to see the render of the projector to see if it's good or not. I would like to say that the build quality of this projector is really good. You have really nice radiator here for cooling. It's not fan cooled, which is really good because it kind of getting common that the most of the new LED part that comes on the market with higher power LED has fan, and I think that's a bit it's a bit of a problem because when you have no fan, you don't need maintenance, you don't have dust, the fan cannot go wrong. So having a fanless product is actually more safe than having a fan on it. So I think that's a really good positive point. On the back you have power con in and power con out, DMX 3 pin in, DMX 5 pin in, DMX 3 pin out, DMX 5 point out. I would like to say that all the connectors are from Briteq, which is say the best on the market you could get. So the connection here is really for the pro. You have all you could need, and that's really good. You have 4 buttons and a 4-digit screen. So yeah, I wanted to say earlier about the you can have an outdoor version of this product. This is the indoor version. The difference in between the two is you will have a cover here for the screen for the outdoor version, and you will have only a cable come with a specific connector that is waterproof and you could get outside. But apart from that, it's the same. So that means all this part is already waterproof on this version. Means if you have to do some small outdoor party, even if you don't have the outdoor version, this won't be too much troubles if it doesn't start to rain too much. This will already stand a bit of water. It won't get problematic. I have to say it's pretty heavy. It's really nicely built. I have tested a lot of products, and especially LED power and LED equipment, and I think this series from Briteq and Showtech does the same, is really good. I will now plug it and come to you and show you a bit more the menu and the render of it. So here we go. You can see when we started we have the version of the software that is inside. So right now it's running version 1.1. This is one of the first one I think that came out of the factory. When I was checking online a bit earlier, there is almost no one that offer it yet. It's really a new product. So perhaps there will be new update later. So you have a couple of menus you can go and play with. DMX, which is what you might use the most. Personalize a fixture. Edit, some set. This is to have color fix. Key calibration for the color, start, auto mode, so you have some auto function. I have to say already it's a bright fixture. Maybe not as bright as some of the new one like I tested earlier. like the Nichols that had 9 watts LED, but it's pretty bright. It's kind of weird function, I have to say. You really need to work, but those products are not really made to be used on the auto mode. This is really for the professional, and most likely if you buy something like this, you will have a good light board to run it. You have slave mode, so if you have you can still like put it somewhere, put it auto mode. If you want to have color wall or something, you can just link them. That's the nice part with the power in and out. You can just link with a cable couple of fixtures side by side because they don't use too much power. Can really choose. There is a lot of mode you need to work with. The best for that is simply to read the manual and see a bit more. I didn't mention something a bit earlier, but that is really a big surprise today for LED power, is the beams. This is 11 degree, which is really narrow. Most common on LED power today is to find 40 degrees, which is really wide. It's impossible to do any stage lighting with that. It's too wide. You will just blind everyone with the light. You find also 25, which is a bit better, but you still need to really be careful when using it on stage. 16 was the first stage beamer that already pleased me a lot. And it was already a narrow beam that will allow you to use the projector on a stage for concert, for disco or club or whatsoever, to really have a beam of light. And this one has 11. I tested earlier this one side by side with the stage beamer and this one, and it's really more narrow than the stage beamer was already. I will really soon cut the video, put a bit of smoke, make the room dark, and show you a bit the beam to test a bit how good it is and how it looks like. But that is really a narrow beam, and I'm really curious and I really want to test it on the stage and see what it can do. So here I'm back. I have darkened a bit the room, put a bit of haze, so I can show you a bit more of this new Briteq projector. Mostly I want to have a look at the power, the color mixing and the beam quality of it. I have plugged it to my Martin light jockey system. The projector runs on 8 DMX channels. The first one is the dimmer, so obviously I can't show it to you. Second one will be then red, green, blue, then comes the white. After that we have a channel that is basically just a fade in between all the colors the projector can do. And then the last one is the strobe mode. You can go really fast. I'm not sure if this makes actually sense, because I think after I spit like something about this, I'm at 28% of the total value of the channel, and I think this is the maximum that can make any sense to use on it. I just put the white at full power so you can see a bit the power. I think the camera will try to balance it, but well, it's kind of bright and does the effect nicely, but that's only 30% of the value, and it only starts to flash at 8. I think that's a lot of lost. I think something that could have been nice is had some other strobe effect or dimmer effect, like a random strobe at different speeds, or fade in, fade out, or effect like this. Could have been something nice. It's not the case, but as you did see earlier, the software can be updated, so perhaps maybe in the future you will get newer version, maybe new modes. I don't know. Maybe if Briteq ever look at this video, they will get the idea of doing this. We'll see. So that's for the DMX chart. There is other option. It's up to you to choose the best one. I think this is basically all you want to use, and that's the one that comes when you just open the box and plug the projector. The beam quality. The beam quality is, as you can see on the video, really good. Compared to a lot of LED power, which has really wide beams that is not used at all, this one has a really narrow one. The stage beamer, the old version I would say of this one, already had a really narrow beam. This one is even more narrow. They say 11 degrees, and I think they're right, and that is really nice because that means for use on stage, event, clubs and stuff like that, that will be really something useful. That's why I like the stage beamer, and I think why I will also like on this one, having such a narrow beam. Apart from that, the color mixing, well, whites bring some stuff you could not do. Obviously, if I just go for the basic standard colors, which is like blue and red at full or red and green, you have nice color. Especially often on projector you see that the red and the green doesn't mix nicely. Here it's not the case, it's really good. But then the white brings a little something that you are not used to. Like if you mix green and white, you have a color that is almost impossible to get otherwise. You can even add a bit of blue if you wish to. You have really a palette of color that is way more larger with the white LED than it is without it, and that's a great add, especially on this projector since the color mix is really good. I will show you a bit the beam shape of the light shape when it's projected on the wall, and you will see how it looks like. Also, a little something that's nice is if I put everything full, that's full power, you can now play really with the color color temperature with just adjusting. I'm just adjusting the blue. Obviously, if you play more with the other colors, you can even have more color possible. But you can really have more precise color choose with this add of white in the LED. And as you can see from the front, there is no color mixing or looking strange stuff, and there is I would say no noise at all from the beam apart from at the output of the projector, which is something that happens often on other projectors. Just you can have a look at my other videos and you see it. Some are really bad on that. Projecting wise, I will show you a bit the projection. It's on purpose that I'm lighting at my actual lamp of my room. I would hope I could have those LED projector for it, but I still have those standard lights, but they can be useful sometimes on testing. What you need to look at is the shadow of it. It's often on LED power, the shadow looks strange. The color there goes a bit weird. Here it's not the case at all, it's really clean. They claim they worked on that in the manual. I guess they did. It looks good. Color mixing wise, I would just put red and green because this is always the color that goes wrong. And here it's not the case. You have almost a perfect yellow with no red or green shadow at some part. That is really good. Again, I have to say I have tested a lot of product, and this one is simply one of the best of them. I think that's almost all I can say about it. So at the end, what I can conclude is you need to keep in mind we are looking at a really pro product. The price range hopes to get, I'm gonna talk in euro because that's the currency I know, is about 350 euro out of tax. It's about 100 euro more than the stage beamer, the old one that I already tested. So here comes the question, does it make any sense to pay 100 euro more than for a stage beamer that offers almost the same? If you expect the white LED, the power, the brightness of both of them is almost the same. We have 7/12 watt LED, the other one offers 14 3 watts LED. It's bright. It's not as bright as some of the other product that is coming on the market, but since the beam is really narrow, the impact on long distance will be stronger on those, both the stage beamer and this Briteq. So at those price, I would say if you want really to use it on stage and have the money to go with white, and you want to have a lot of color possibility, then I will go for this one. If not, if you don't have the budget, I would better go for the other one. I mean, if you can afford 6 stage beamer or 4 Pro beamer RGBW, I would go for the 6 solution. It makes more sense to have more source. If you can already buy 12 of these, then just go for it. It will be a good product, it will be reliable. There is no fan, you don't need to clean it all the time. It's really well built. There is all the connection you could expect. So for that, you should really consider buying those if you think you have a target range price of about 350 euro and you want something that will last on you. So that's it on this. Have a nice day, and if you have any question, don't hesitate to comment on the video. Bye bye.